Chapter 3. The Old Husband. "State your name." The voice startled the 55-year-old retired carpenter. He hadn't noticed the intercom until it screeched on just moments after he sat down in the mostly empty room. Rob Whalen," he replied, settling back into his chair and staring at the squawk box mounted on the wall. He'd been strolling through the mall looking for a birthday gift for his daughter. He wasn't fond of shopping, but he was itching to get out of the house. At home his wife nags at him for trivial favors and basic attention that he knows she's too old to be begging for. He's always looking for his own trivial tasks and projects to busy himself with, mostly so that he doesn't have to do the ones she asks of him. Life slows down when you retire. There's a dramatic shift from having too much to do and not enough time to having too much time and not enough to do. It's the difference between being young and old, working and retired, employed and unemployed. When a well-dressed man approached Robert Whalen randomly in the mall and offered him payment for an hour of his time, the old husband was happy to oblige. "What did you see?" "Huh? When?" Rob was puzzled. "What did you see after the door opened?" "In the demonstration room?" "Yes. What did you see?" Rob's eyes had a distinct gleam as a youthful smirk tickled across his face. He rubbed his chin in response. "Well, this brunette girl came in wearing dark red lipstick and a white blouse that showed off her chest pretty nice. She came strutting in with this box, flashing that big salesman smile at all of us guys." Pure eye candy, Rob recalled, thinking of how convenient the mirror behind the woman was, allowing him to view her from the front and back almost simultaneously. He remembered a golden name tag on her blouse, but couldn't remember what was printed on it. In seconds, his mind decided to treat the woman just like those scantily clad broads in the alcohol ads. He wasn't about to start drinking Black Velvet instead of Jack Daniels just because of some billboard, but his brand loyalty also wasn't going to keep his eyes from enjoying the blonde model in the black dress. So she leans over in front of us showing off that cleavage while she pulls out some wood, nails, vegetables, and stuff from her box. Rob listens to the intercom for an interruption in case he's answering the question incorrectly. After a moment, he's encouraged to continue. "What happened with those things? What were they used for?" "Well, she takes out the ugliest hammer I've ever seen and smacks a big nail into a 2x4. Then she uses the back end to chop off the head of another nail. Now, I built houses for 30 years and I never needed to take the head off a nail. Besides, that claw might be great for chopping vegetables and cutting off nail heads, but what's the point? It's too flat to pry out an old nail like you can with a regular hammer or—" The intercom finally interrupted. "Please just explain what you saw, Mr. Whalen. There's no need to give any review of the product at this time." Rob was silent for a moment. He felt rather confused and mildly offended. When he saw a tool extracted in front of the young woman's large breasts, he thought this demonstration was tailor-made for him. He had decades of carpenter experience and was surely the most qualified random selection for a review of this product that these people could ever hope to reach. Here he was trying to use his experience to save a company millions of dollars before mass-producing and advertising a product whose target audience would laugh it off. Rather than taking notes on his points, they wanted him to describe the demonstration which they already knew about. "Well, the bimbo in the blouse chopped up a couple vegetables, but nobody really cared." Rob continued, rather miffed and brutally honest as he could be now. "She chopped the 2x4 in half with the thing and had to file off the end of the wood because only a dumbass would use a mini pickaxe to do the job of a circular saw. She took out a cloth from the box and turned her body to the side, showing herself off from behind while she wiped off the food and wood chips from that piece of junk. The whole time she was flashing us all that cheesy smile. Then she thought she was really cute when she tossed the hammer toward the poor bastard at the edge of the table. He was scared shitless at first, but caught it easy and laughed because it was light as a feather. He passed it over our way, and I admit it was pretty damn light, but a low-weight piece of junk is still a piece of junk." Rob waited, hearing only silence from the intercom until the voice cracked back over it. "Is that all you saw, Mr. Whalen?" Rubbing his chin, Rob answered, "Well, yeah. She threw her stuff back in her box and walked back out, switching her hips at us, so I got up and opened the door for her because her hands were full, but mostly to get a better view." Rob enjoyed being at the point in his life that he could be viciously honest. He was beyond the pettiness of hiding reality. He no longer sucked in his stomach around his wife to appear more fit than he really was. He no longer bothered with polite small talk with people he didn't care about. He no longer counted the calories of his meals or worried about the carcinogens in his cigarettes. He was beyond pretending to be perfect and able to truly embrace being human. He also took a delicious pleasure in the discomfort and shock that his honesty tended to cause in other people that hadn't reached his level of wisdom, security, and self-confidence. Thank you for your time, Mr. Whalen. A man will be waiting for you with your stipend outside.